All right, to politics once again. John McCain fighting back against what he calls distortions of his remarks on Iraq by Barack Obama. McCain said in January that he would be okay with the U.S. maintaining a troop presence in Iraq for 100 years and continued, quote, "We've been in Japan for 60 years. We've been in South Korea for 50 years or so. That would be fine with me as long as Americans are not being injured or harmed or wounded or killed." Now, Obama has portrayed those remarks as saying McCain is willing to wage war in Iraq for 100 years and continues to hit John McCain on the trail on this comment. Could this be a preview of what we're going to see if these two do go head-to-head in November? Let's see what our A-list has to say about all of this. Let me bring in Jason Rowe on this one first. Jason, you know, this is one of those things. You get caught in a comment and a piece of it gets pulled out and it reflects quite differently from what you meant.
Well, I think that's what the last few weeks has been between all of the candidates running.
Yeah, so
it
true.
was clearly very conveniently lifted out of context. But, I mean, can you imagine for all the sacrifices that we've already made in Iraq and for all the sacrifices that America and our fighting forces are going to make in the coming years in Iraq, that we wouldn't maintain a presence over the long term, that we wouldn't try to have a strategic position in that region? To me, it shows the recklessness of Obama as a candidate for president and should give people pause about if this is the kind of judgment that they'd like to see exercised in our commander-in-chief.
A good point was made about Basra, where you know, a lot of the British troops have pulled out, and now they're having some problems in Basra as an argument for, you know, just maintaining a stability force in some of these places. Let's take a look so everybody can get a sense of the back and forth between these two. Check it out.
Senator McCain has been saying, I don't understand national security. But he's the one who wants to keep tens of thousands of United States troops in Iraq for as long as 100 years.
Well, I think it really shows that Senator Obama doesn't understand national security issues, and that's not surprising. He has no background, no experience.
All right, and here's what the statement is in response to that from Barack Obama's people. Barack Obama doesn't need any lectures from John McCain, who has consistently misunderstood American national security and the history of the Middle East, arguing for an invasion and a 100-year occupation of a country that had nothing to do with 9/11. And McCain fired back again. This keeps going on. Let's take a look at this.
Well, I think the American people are smart enough to figure that out. And they'll understand over time, if they don't now, that he has no experience or background on these issues.